Welcome back to the show, folks. Coming up this weekend, the UFC is presenting their very first card from Seoul, South Korea. It's going to be happening, main card airing in Canada here on Fight Network. It's an early one, 8 a.m. Eastern time. It is going to be headlined by welterweights Benson Henderson and the man who joins us right now, Jorge Masvidal. Jorge, how is South Korea and how is the trip over?
The trip over is not too fun, though the UFC took it in first class, but it's still 14 hours, so it's rough on the body, on your mind. But Korea is awesome, man. The people here are awesome, and the food is amazing, and the scenery is crazy, I love it.
Outside of course, the big travel when you have to go so far away, do you like fighting internationally? I mean, it adds a lot when you do have a weight cut and just other little things that some fighters, they don't always think of until they're there that maybe they take for granted in the U.S. Do you like fighting somewhere like South Korea, or do you prefer fighting in the States?
Obviously, I prefer fighting in the States and preferably Vegas, because just Vegas is like built for fighting. It's everything is close. Usually if you're the hotel you're staying at, you'll be competing in that same arena. So Vegas is like, I'd say, my number one spot to fight in. And after that, I really don't care though. I fought a lot in Japan, so I'm used to it. I know what to do before getting on the flight. I like to stay up a good 24 hours before I get on the flight so I can just sleep on the plane. So I'm used to it, man.
Jorge, Robin Black here. I'm a huge fan of the way that you fight, man. And just wanted to ask, there's an incredible fluidity and smoothness and almost like a relaxed way that you express yourself in combat. Has that always been the way that you've been? Or is it something that developed through many fights? Why are you able to be so fluid?
No, you see, since my first fight, I was a little tense, but still, it it came to me, and it's just, you put a fish in water, he's gonna swim. You give Allen Iverson a basketball, he's gonna dunk it on you. That's what I took to. I can't play no sports, I can't dribble no ball or hit no baseball, but I can fight though.
Do you think? I know you can't look through other people's eyes, but do you think that you are more calm in the chaos than the average man or even the average fighter is?
Oh, no, I know for a fact. I can see it in their eyes. Once we get into big scrambles or big exchanges, that's when I can start to tell people are wearing out mentally, and that's always an awesome thing, You just got to keep your cool no matter what happens. You're in a bad or a good position, you got to keep your cool. You got to be cold-blooded in there.
Being that this is your second fight this year, up at 170 pounds, tell us how big of a difference this is for you, in particular fight week, and finding a new home at 170. Is this going to be your new home fighting at welterweight?
Oh, yeah, I'm definitely saying that welterweight. I've been wanting to come to welterweight for a while, but issues in the past and my coaches and the UFC purchasing strike pushing of the ranking that I had coming in, I say that lightweight, but I've been wanting to come to welterweight for a while now.
Jorge, you fight very similar, regardless of the opponent. That's how you fight. It's the way that you do combat. Do you like to fight a guy like Henderson who's kind of athletic and kind of moves, explosively? Are guys like that fun to fight when you have your style?
No, not the athleticism part, because I don't think that matters. It's the style that he runs a lot. He scores his points and he moves, and then he'll go for a low single and then just try to pressure up against the cage and buy time there. And then when he's out in the open, he's not sitting in the pocket trying to bang it out with you. He's just getting a couple shots and moving. So that's a little annoying because you got to chase him down. I'm hoping he'll just stand there and we'll fight and we give the Koreans what they want to see. It's two guys going at it. Not a karate match, a point match.
And over time, when you fought guys like that, you've developed tools and techniques and stuff to draw them into the fight, right? Are there some things in particular you can use to draw this guy's fire?
Ben, yeah, that's punch him in the face. Usually, either they'll run more or they'll be like, let me just fight back, But just cutting off the ring, getting in his face, a lot of lateral movement, level changing and just getting in his face. At the end of the day, that's the only thing that's going to make somebody fight is getting in their face.
There's lots of fighters who, if they were in your position, Jorge, they might look at everything, an opponent change, I'm now fighting 5 rounds instead of 3, and put a lot of thought into that. Just speaking to you here, you don't seem like that kind of a guy that is going to be overthinking elements like that. You are preparing for a fight, you're concerned about your style, and you're just happy that there's a body in the cage with you. Is that accurate? As the last couple of weeks, have they been difficult for you at all with the changes you've seen going into the...
I think you remind me that, man. You know that I'm ahead. none of that matters. We're just going to fight, and that's it. Just lock that cage and see who comes out alive.
And tell us a bit about this fight. Being in a main event position like this against a former lightweight champion in Benson Henderson, there's a lot for you to gain and make a big statement at 170 pounds. Are you looking at like that way? Like, this is a major leap you can take in this new weight class for you.
Definitely. Ex-world champion. He has a huge following. He's accomplished a lot, Also, he was a WC champion, so I'm excited to get in and just mix it up already, and take care of business, I know he's not highly ranked at welterweight, but it's only a matter of time because I look through the top 10, and there's a lot of guys he would just outwill and be able to take him down and ride him out, So I'm just excited, man, to get in there fight.
Yeah, at the same time, when you think about a guy who's born to fight, like we know that you are, this is just what you're going to do, right? You're going to do this for the next 8 years or 10 years or 12 years. And when you're in there, is it joy? Like, do you love the freedom of being able to go fight?
Oh, yeah. I hate everything else. But I do it, though. I don't want to wake up at 6 in the morning and run. I don't want to diet. I don't want to be on social media posting what I'm eating and what I'm going to do. All that upsets me. Not upsets me, but I could care less for, The only thing why I do this is because I like to compete. I like to see the guy in front of me is well prepared, and they're saying he's one of the best in the world, and to get in there, that's what my adrenaline dump is. Some people like jumping off trees or shooting three-pointers. I like to fight, And when I'm in there, it's not like a macho thing. When I'm in there, I'm having fun,
Can you also just tell us a bit about the environment at American Top Team? This has to be one of, if not the biggest camps when it comes to professional fighters that are all under one roof there in Coconut Creek. It's been your home for a long time at this point. What is it about that specific camp that has worked so well with you and a lot of the success that camp is having?
Well, I got to give a shout out to my striking coach, Paulino Hernandez, which is not with American Top Team, but he's been with me since before I was with American Top Team, since I was a kid. He's the one responsible for my striking. He doesn't get the credit ever, but he's also the guy that brought up Joel Romero and Kobe Covington. So he's a great striking coach. He never really gets the credit because I just get associated with American Top Team, but I've always done my striking with just one man and one man alone. But other than that, yeah, American Top Team is a great fit for me. I grapple over there, I wrestle over there. We got like you said, we got a lot of fighters. Sometimes there's problems because the mats get way too packed. Right. And there's not really like enough coaches. Luckily, we do have some great coaches. We got Mike Brown. We got other guys too that are real good. We got Philly Chuck is over there, a good boxing coach. That we got some star coaches. And along with the athletes that everybody knows already that we have on the roster.
Jorge, when you sort of hear things from fans that watch the sport or other fighters or analysts, and they tell you that you're one of those special breed that they love to watch fight because you can feel how real that is to you and how much you love it, do you appreciate that? Does it matter to you at all? Or are you in there because you got to be in there?
No, I'm in there because I love to be in there. Now, if I thank God every day that people happen to like my style, and I don't have that many fans, but the fans that I do got, they go crazy over the fights, and I think it's a lot to do because I started with the street fighting, and a lot of people can relate. They start from the bottom and just work their way, just keep getting better. So a lot of the fans that I do have are like hardcore fans that have been following me for years. So I thank God for that. But if nobody liked my style, I'd still be fighting because I like to compete. That's what I like to do. I like to get in the cage, and I like to fight. That's my thing right there. That's when I'm at peace with myself. It sounds crazy, but that's when I'm the most relaxed. I feel at home. I'm having fun.
Last question here, Jorge. Tell us how you see this fight when you envision it on Saturday. Any specifics that you're zeroing in on? What do we expect on Saturday?
Me just getting in his face, just no matter what happens, if I get taken down, if scrambles happen, if I get hit, just me just pressuring forward, putting the pressure on him, making him back up, and just getting in his face, man, not giving him no breathing room, I want to use all my energy. I'm not getting drained like I was at 55. I'm coming in there with all my energy, everything that I got to give, so I'm just going to get in his face and stay in his face,
It's a great welterweight fight happening Saturday morning. If you are in Canada, you can watch it on Fight Network, kicking off at 8 a.m. Eastern Time. Benson Henderson, Jorge Masvidal in Seoul, South Korea. Thank you very much for the time. We very much appreciate it.